in knowledge. Some of the things you're struggling in are just a question away. Huh? Can I say that again? Some of the things you're struggling in is just a question away. That all you needed was to ask. But you're struggling, trying. You've tried this, you've tried 1 year, you're failing. You've tried another, you're failing. Excuse me. Get to a place you can learn. There is always something to learn every day. And sometimes you will learn even from younger people. Sometimes you will learn from people who are not as educated as you are. Sometimes you will learn from people that don't look like you can learn anything from. One day Jesus fed 5,000 people. In fact, not people, but men. That means he fed almost 15,000. But where did this bread come from? It came from a small boy. It's a small boy that was carrying this bread. You must position yourself in a level where you can learn every day. Where you can grow. Growth is very intentional. Can I say that again? Grace is intentional. It is very intentional. You have to position yourself. That's why the scripture we've been reading in 1 Corinthians 13, he said, when I became a man, I put away. It was a very intentional thing. It is not just something that is going to happen automatically. You're not just going to wake up and meet there is knowledge. No, you must position yourself to acquire knowledge. And I need you to understand that success comes through wisdom. Ecclesiastes, one of the scriptures I love most, that when an axe is not sharpened, when an axe is not wet, you will need to use a lot of strength. Let me read for you that scripture. This is not what I was ready to say, but I feel like it's just flowing, so let me flow in the same. When an axe is wet, Ecclesiastes chapter number 10, verses number 10. If an iron is blunt, if the axe is dull, that means when it is blunt, and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength. When an axe is not sharpened, in other words, if you operate from a cutting edge that is not sharpened, you're operating from a dimension that you don't take time to sharpen your edge. And your edge is, that tool that you're using in your area, in your field, are you sharpening your tool? Are you sharpening yourself? Are you becoming a better you? A story is given of a young man who went and asked for a place to work. And he was given work to ferry down trees, to cut down trees. And the first day, because he was very strong, he was able to cut like 15 trees down. And the man who employed him was very excited. He says, "You're the man that I needed for this job." And the following day he comes, he's eaten very well, he feels pumped, and he walks in the same land. And that particular day he only cut 10 trees. And he's wondering, what didn't I do right? By the third day, he was only able to cut 5 trees, and he's so discouraged. And his employer, the one who gave him work, is saying, "You've become lazy. When I employed you the first day, you were so good, but right now you cannot. I don't think I will keep you here. You're becoming irrelevant. Why?" And so this man is going home. This young man is going home, and he meets an old man, and he needs to get some wisdom from the old man. And he says, "Man, please, I need your advice. I need your wisdom. I was employed in this place. The first day I cut down 15 trees. The second day I cut 10. Now today I've only cut 5 and I'm about to lose my job. What do you think is the problem? Yet I'm beginning at the very time I started on the first day. I am eating even better than I ate the first day. What's my problem? This young man sat down to listen to the wisdom of the old man. And he was told, listen, I have a question to ask you. Since you began cutting down the trees, did you sharpen your axe? When you cut the trees the first day, your axe was very sharp. But as you cut down, it begins to get blunt. Some of the things that worked 5 years ago are not working today. In fact, even those people that are building today, please do not build in the wisdom or in the things that were done 10 years ago. There are so many new technologies that are saving a lot of money. When we were building this church, and we did, if you look under there, the way we did the balcony, we did with things that are called waffles. It was a new technology. In fact, most of the engineers here, they refused to say, they said this thing cannot work. How do you take a block and fix it there? How is it going to hold? But it was a new technology that we had already seen, and we had to bring in people who are willing to do something new. What we have now done using the offices, that is saving a lot of money in terms of when you do the blocks and when you do the slabs, it is saving a lot of money. What am I saying? What worked last year may not work this year. Go and sharpen your axe. Go and sharpen your axe. Be willing to learn something new. I was listening, I think last year, one gentleman, and it happens a lot, like when they're doing this road, those of you that have traveled, you drive today and the road is here, and when you travel tomorrow, they have pushed the road to this other side because they are building here. If you walk in the knowledge of what you knew, you will cause an accident. Because you go say, na CJ ilikuwa hapa jana. Yes. A couple of years ago, those of you that can remember, when we did not have bumps around this school here, what do you call this primary school? The Brookfield. We didn't have bumps. The day they fixed bumps, so many vehicles got spoiled. Because you would drive, and because you've always known there are no bumps, and they have put bumps yesterday, and even if there is a sign, you don't read the sign that bumps ahead because you're walking in what you knew. Wamekwekea sign, bumps ahead, but you're thinking, I know this road. So when you pick your ukiruka tu nini hapa reli, you unaweka mguu ndani ya mafuta and you bim. And I can assure you many vehicles, ungekuta gari nyingi sana pale zimesimama hapo kando, miguu imegongwa, zimevunja sijui what, because you're not willing to learn. When an axe is down and one does not sharpen the edge, one does not learn. Could it be why God was saying that my people, he was not talking about the people of the world. He was talking about his people. He said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.